I'm going to be honest with you, I quite like this format, like being tense and overwhelmed constantly.
I'm so tense that I've had to count like so many different times. It's time to start your engines and get revved up because we have the Gort Grand Prix on the horizon.
Set on the plane of a Vish car, where speed is your honour, speed is your pride, and as you'll find out later, speed is also your life. Your heroes from all the planes of magic are revving up their vehicles and then going for a race, and we are so excited for the new Aetherdrift set, aren't we, Christian?
We're so excited that we've actually dressed the part as well, which I
kind of half-dressed, but yeah, no, we're ready for the race, and yeah, we're going to go hands-on with the new pre-release kits from Aetherdrift, aren't we?
Yeah, and if there's anything more exciting than a big death race, it has to be pre-release.
Pre-release is the most exciting thing in Magic.
I love pre-release, and I get so excited every time pre-release comes around, and I'm so thankful to Wizards of the Coast for sending us the pre-release kits early so we can share it with you.
Yep, really, really exciting. And I hope this video as well encourages people who maybe were on the fence or deciding not to go to pre-release to go along. Check it out. We'll put the link below as to find your local WPM, which is running one, and just go along. They're really casual events, really good fun. You do win a few packs maybe, but mostly you just get to play with the new cards and just meet new people.
Yeah, and the set's really cool. So we have some new mechanics as well.
Sure do.
So we have Start Your Engines.
Seems appropriate.
Yeah, where you get to basically, every time you deal damage, you get to increase your speed and then do powerful effects once you reach max speed.
Yeah, and you increase your speed by damaging your opponents. So if you're doing it anyway, you might as well get to go faster, mightn't you? And then we also have the exhaust mechanic coming in. So this is like a mana sync ability on creatures, but you can activate it only once. So it's a powerful effect, but you can't do it more than once unless you blink the creature.
Yeah, so that's a really exciting effect as well. Maybe it's on some other cards too, but we'll find out. And then at the end of the episode, we play a game with a bit of a twist, but we'll keep that
a spicy, exciting twist, and it is a very fun game as well, so do stick around to watch that.
Yeah, so let us know what you think of the set below in the comments. Are you excited? Which pre-release you're going to? Maybe you'll even see us there.
Yep, hope to see you there. But Christian, I mean, those boxes are calling to me now. I just need to rip them open and look at the cards.
It's ready? Amazing they've lasted this long, yeah. On your marks, get set, rip!
I am so excited for this.
I am really excited. My engines are getting revved up just thinking about Aetherdrift.
I'm positively moving through the gears. Car stuff.
Insert more jokes about racing in here. So yeah,
Carburettor.
Okay, right, we'll move on from that. So what we're going to do is we're going to crack our packs, Wally.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have a look at what exciting cards we get. You ready?
Yes.
Oh, right. Is it your favourite part of pre-release? Is it opening the boxes?
Opening packs is my favourite part of Magic.
Oh, so it looks like we've got some counters here. They look like stun counters.
Oh, I actually just threw mine.
They look like Death Touch maybe, and then +1/+1.
Cool. The dice, little checkered flag on the 20.
Oh, nice. I'm going to roll a natural 20 here. There we go. 16 wasn't too far off.
Not too far off.
Oh, you go for that first.
Oh, always, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll join you. So we get a pre-release promo card. I'm very excited about this.
Winter Cursed Rider, so a legendary creature.
Oh, nice.
And this is the new exhaust mechanic as well, by the way. So this card has exhaust for 2 and a blue and a black, and tap it. I exile X target creatures from my graveyard. Each other non-artifact creature gets -X until end of turn. And I can activate each exhaust ability only once.
Do you know, well, that's interesting. Mechanic. I got a Guardian Sunmare, which is pretty good. 5 mana, 5/5 with Ward 2. However, when it attacks while saddled, search your library for non-land permanent card with mana value 3 or less and put it onto the battlefield.
That's cool.
But what's interesting is we've got this.
Yeah, I also have one. So, start your engines.
Whenever an opponent loses life during your turn, if your speed is 1 or greater, increase your speed by 1. Max speed is 4. This ability triggers only once each turn. And
then max speed presumably interacts with cards in some way.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. Right, it's time to open our packs. Let's see how we get on.
Well, Lightning Strike, that's a bit of burn maybe.
Oh, there we go. We started already with the burn.
So we've got the first car-related card. Siphon Fuel. Target creature gets -6/6 until end of turn. You gain 2 life.
That's pretty good. I got Risky Shortcut. I get to draw 2 cards. Very nice.
And we've got a saddle card. Alcarian Jaguar Vigilance. Whenever this creature attacks while saddled, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn, and saddle 1.
Well, can I bring your attention to a very nice pun here that I found?
Okay.
Many of you will be familiar with the Magic the Gathering card Muldrifter, and most recently Null Drifter. But what about Hull Drifter?
Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
And when this vehicle enters, draw 2 cards. I mean, that's just good value, isn't it? Oh, we have a mechanic here. Start your engines.
Okay.
If you have no speed, it starts at 1. It increases once on each of your turns when an opponent loses life. Max speed is 4. We don't want to go too crazy. But then when you reach max speed, this has add 2 red mana. So that's an interesting mechanic for start your engine. So this must be what this card's for.
So this must only come into play once you actually play a card that says start your engine. So it's a bit like day night. You've got to wait to play a card that does it.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I have a legendary, and it's interesting. It's a 4/1 legendary creature, Dinosaur Warrior, but it actually has no abilities.
But that has a ton of flavour text on it, though.
Yeah,
that's so cool. We've got Elvish Refueler, another exhaust card.
Oh, double rare pack. Let's go.
Oh,
so I have got a Mind Spiring Merfolk, which is a 1/1 Merfolk for 1. And it has a mechanic called Exhaust, so I can pay X and 2 blue and tap it, draw X cards, put a +1/+1 counter on each Merfolk creature you control. It's pretty good. And I also got a legendary creature, which allows me to, when it enters, search for a mount or vehicle card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. That's pretty cool.
So I got a vehicle here, Debris Beetle, Trample. When it enters, each opponent loses 3 life, and I gain 3 life. 6/6 with Crew 2 for 4 mana. That's all right, actually.
It's pretty good. Right, let's see what else we get as the packs go on. Now you'll see how we're arranging these in colour order. This is just to make it easier for us when building our pack. So it's a top tip here.
Yeah, you see how deep you are in each
colour.
you
can see how much of each colour you have.
And we do also put our rares separately.
Some of the art in this set is so cool, by the way. I love looking at all like the cool artifacts. This is so cool, this art on this one with like the races. So this is Light Wheel Enhancement, which is a common enchantment aura, and it allows you to enchant a vehicle as well, which is pretty cool. And it has Start Your Engines on it.
We also have a Broken Wings reprint.
Oh, nice.
So
okay, right. I have Amonkhet Raceway, which is a land which has Start Your Engines on as well. And when you achieve max speed, you can give target creature haste until end of turn.
Now that's really interesting because I've just drawn Avishkar Raceway. So it's basically exactly the same, except max speed, I can discard and draw. So. That's
so cool. So these lands are pretty good, actually. I mean, eventually you will just get to max speed, I'm presuming. Oh, yes, I'm so happy. I got Chandra Spark Hunter. Yeah, at the beginning of combat on your turn, choose up to 1 vehicle you control. Until end of turn, it becomes an artifact creature and gains haste. Wow. That's so cool. And it allows you to sacrifice an artifact or discard a card to draw a card. You can create a 3/2, and the emblem has whenever an artifact you control enters, it deals 3 damage to any target. Now, I know it's a bit early to decide what I want to play, but I will be keeping an eye on my red pool for old Chandra there.
So I've just got a rare here called Possession Engine. When this vehicle enters, gain control of the target creature an opponent controls for as long as you control this vehicle. It can't attack or block for as long as you control this vehicle. So Nixon with cool abilities, I guess. Crew 3 for a 5/5.
That sounds awesome. Wow. And it's only 1 red mana. It's not double red for the Chandra. So that sounds like a pretty cool card to play. Get a load of this guy.
Oh, yeah.
A daring mechanic. He seemed very daring. I mean, you know what I always say, kids? I always say safety first, right? Kick-off celebrations. An enchantment allows you to discard a card if you do draw 2 cards.
And I've just got the card that was teased. It's called Interface Ace, 1 and a white. This creature saddles, mounts, and crews vehicle using its toughness rather than its power. Whenever this creature becomes tapped during your turn, untap it. This ability triggered only once each turn. That's pretty cool, that.
That's cool.
So it's a good blocker, and it crews stuff for free.
Now, I've just got another red rare. So I've got Duretti, Rocketeer,
Engineer.
Engineer.
That's the one that was spoiled.
Yeah, so Duretti's power is equal to the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. And when it ends or attacks, choose target artifact card in your graveyard. You may sacrifice an artifact if you do return the chosen card to the battlefield. So I'm starting to feel like I'm getting some good artifact cards here.
Yeah, and I think I might have just got 2 signpost uncommons as well. So we have in Gruul, Boom Scholar, which exhaust abilities of other permanents you control cost 2 less to activate, and it has exhaust itself for 4, a red and a green. Creatures and vehicles you control gain trample until end of turn, put 2/+1/+1 counters on this creature. So if you're thinking about exhaust, red greens may be the way. And I also have Lagarin, Soul of Alakria. It's flying. Whenever it attacks while saddled, puts a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target mounts and or vehicles. Saddle 1. So saddle or crew, I think maybe is going to be green-white.
Oh, some of the art's so cool, and this is just a common call Spot Cycle Scouter, but the art's so cool. Like, all the different colours and stuff, that's really, really good.
And potentially another signpost uncommon as well, Veteran Beast Rider. At the beginning of your end step, untap each creature you control, so the stuff you crewed or saddled with.
So you got some cool stuff in green, haven't you?
And in white as well, actually. I've got a lot of removal in white at the moment. Ah, now we have a rare with Start Your Engines. Zahor, Glory's Past. Start your engines. Sacrifice another creature, surveil 1, activates only once each turn, max speed. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token. So we've got aristocrats in black-white, it seems.
Yeah, it's interesting because I'm looking at the red cards that I've got, and they definitely seem to be split between stuff that cares about artifacts and stuff that cares about starting your engines. So I need to take that into consideration if I do go down that way about how I want to build the deck.
I think just don't build that, don't use that Chandra, you don't need it.
Yeah. Oh, this is cool. So I've seen quite a few tutor effects in here. So there's one called Transit Mage. When it enters, you may search your library for an artifact card with mana value 4 or 5, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle. So it looks to me like the artifacts deck is wanting to be in red-blue, which is pretty cool.
Well, is it artifacts? Is a well-known thing.
Yeah, I have Pride of the Road here. Oh, now I have a rare in Is It, which is Captain Howler, Ski Surge, and he's a legendary creature, Shark Pirate. I know that'll be a bit of you.
Oh.
So he's a 5/4 with Ward 2, pay 2 life. Whenever you discard one or more cards, target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. For each discarded card, when that creature does combat damage to this player, draw a card. That's interesting because Chandra cares about discarding cards, and obviously Captain Howler cares about that as well. So we'll see if that ends up being something. Oh, and I have some alt art foil there. Broadcast Rambler. When it enters, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter, and it has crew 1. That's pretty good. So the Thopter can crew
pilot,
it, yeah.
I've got a Start Your Engines card, Streaking Oil Gorger, flying a haste 3/3. At max speed, it has lifelink.
Oh, new Goblin art, yeah. If you're a big fan of new Goblin art, we got some. He's just a cute little guy. Right.
So there's actually, I put some white cards in the wrong.
So we now have a keen Buccaneer. So we have some Buccaneers and pirates that aren't just sharks.
Marauding Mako, so it's a shark pirate. Whenever you discard one or more cards, put that many +1/+1 cards counters on this creature. So red, I think, wants to discard.
Yeah.
And it's got cycling too, so yeah, it seems to do all of that stuff. Maybe red-black as well, because I've just found a black card with cycling.
Okay, so there's a mana rock in here, and it has Start Your Engines, which is good, because basically you can add 1 mana of any colour, but then at max speed you can sacrifice it to draw 2 cards, then discard a card. So that looks like it's a good enabler for some synergy.
Oh no, so I've just got 2 cool cards here. So Lumbering World Wagon. This vehicle's power is equal to the number of lands you control. When it enters or attacks, I can search for a basic land, put it in tapped and shuffle. Crew 4 for an X4.
That's pretty cool. I've got another uncommon here. So it is green-black, this one. At the beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1, and you can pay 2 a black and a green and sacrifice it to return target creature or vehicle card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So it looks like green-black wants to be doing some graveyard shenanigans.
And then I've got a really cool art here for Howl Squad Heavy, which is a rare. Start your engine. Goblins have haste. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, you create a token that attacks if able. And at max speed, I add red for each goblin. So that is going to see play in goblin decks.
That's so cool.
That is definitely going to see play in goblin decks.
Oh, so I've got here as well River Churn Monument, which is my next rare. I can pay 1 and tap it, and any number of target players each mill 2 cards.
So more
and then
shenanigans.
It has an exhaust ability, so we can activate each exhaust ability only once. So that must be what exhaust means. You can only activate it once.
Well, you're exhausted, aren't you? So.
Well, yeah.
Last pack.
Oh, me too. Last pack. So we have cycling in the set as well.
Yeah, I've seen a few cycling cards. I think, is it red or black by any chance?
It's blue, actually.
Oh, well, there you go. I was wrong.
Okay, there's a 2/4 here for 3 that allows artifact spells you cast 1 less to cast. Looks like artifact and vehicles. There's loads of stuff in white for that. I've got more discard stuff, more shark pirates.
Nice, I like a shark pirate, me. Again, more discard stuff. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, this card creature deals that much damage to each opponent, cycling 1 to red. There's definitely discard stuff happening in red.
Here's another uncommon. This one's in green, red, and usually it's they call them signpost uncommons. That can tell you what a colour pairing is trying to do. So between us, we've seen quite a few of them, haven't we, Wally?
Yeah, we have. We can recap them later, maybe.
Yeah, but this one wants, whenever it attacks creature treasure token. Oh, now here's a cool thing that we've just seen.
Oh.
the Verge lands are getting completed. Well, or there's the next step of Verge lands at least, because I know it will take a while to complete the whole thing. But sounds good. Well, that is all our packs opened, Wally, and I know that you're excited to build the deck. However, I think we should clear this stuff off the table, make a bit of space.
Yeah, for me to throw my cards everywhere. Because as you will see in a minute, there's a cunning twist to how we have to build our decks.
A cunning twist?
A cunning twist.
Oh dear, well, we'll have to find out what that is.
A cunning twist.
We'll be right back. Well, now that we've cleaned up, because you should clean up, take care of it. Yeah, and your LGS will appreciate that. You had a big surprise about this one.
Yeah, so this is no ordinary deck building. The eagle-eyed amongst you may have noticed this timer, and the twist is here that Christian and I have 5 minutes to build a fully sleeved 40 card deck. If we are still building at 5 minutes, we start the game with 2 life less, and we lose 2 more life for each additional minute. So we have to have a fully sleeved 40 card deck within 5 minutes, or it's going to hurt.
Let's make it even more interesting.
Okay.
The first person to finish gets to go first as well.
Yeah, okay, I'm good with that. Yeah, let's do it.
Are you ready to start your engines?
3, 2, 1. Let's go!
Right, okay. So we need to think about it.
Got absolutely no idea.
My first bit of advice that I'd give to anybody, if you are building a pre-release deck, and you will have more than 5 minutes to do it.
Give yourself more than 5 minutes is good advice.
Is have a look at what your bombs are. Now, these are the cards that can win the game by themselves. Now, I got a Chandra Spark Hunter, which is a Planeswalker, and I just feel like I can't not run Chandra. So I'm definitely going to be in red because I want to run these cards.
Cool card, that. So I've actually got 2 big vehicle bombs. So I've got the Lumbering World Wagon and Debris Beetle, which is a creature that scales in proportion to the number of lands I have, and a 6/6 with crew 2. So that seems pretty good. I think I'll be running those. So I'm definitely in green and black.
Well, funny you should mention green. I think my green isn't big enough. Isn't deep enough. I don't think I have enough green cards to make the deck work. So I'm going to leave green.
Well, I'm also quite shallow in green, but because I have those 2 bombs in green, and also I have 2 green-white cards, I think this puts me in some sort of green-white-black thing. Definitely not in blue, so we'll put the blue cards away. Bye-bye blue.
I really like the start your engines mechanic as well. It
cool,
seems to be across loads of different cards. Oh wow, we've had a minute already. Oh no.
I've not even picked a card for the... Okay, hang on. No, we need to lock in. Stop distracting me, Christian.
What I'm going to say as well, as a good rule of thumb for limited, is it's good to maybe have a think about how many 2-drops you have as well. 2-drops are generally just pretty good, and you want to make sure that you have some creatures to play.
And obviously you want some removal as well, because if your opponent plays something problematic, you want to be able to boom, boom, bye-bye, as they say in the business.
Another thing to have a look at is your fixing. What lands can help you play in more colours?
Yeah, so I've got a really cool fixing line, actually. I've got Night Market, so it enters tapped, but it can be any colour.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's really cool fixing. I've also got Scoured Barrens, which is the black-white lifeland. So I think that lets me splash black.
Oh, interesting. This is getting a bit... we've nearly had half our time already, so I'm definitely starting to feel the pinch. Right, I don't think I'm in blue. I could probably build the blue-red cycling and discard kind of strategy, but I don't think I'm going to get there.
I'm just going to make the decision that I'm not in red. I'm not even going to look at the red, I'm just going to decide I'm not in it.
We're deep in the tank now, aren't we, Wally?
Yeah, I'm so deep in the tank now. I'm actually getting a little bit tense.
It is. I tell you what, we are the speediest racers this side of the Gort.
Well, that's why I'm wearing these onesies, isn't it? Mine actually ripped, so this is why I'm looking a bit more casual.
You go in the gym too much, Wally.
Exactly, I needed to get the large.
That's the problem.
Needed to get the large. Needed to have that faith in myself. That's 2 black, so I don't think I'll be able to play that.
So what I'm doing now that I'm looking at my playable cards is I'm starting to put them in order of their mana value so I can see what my curve's like, because it's good when you're playing to have a reasonable curve with your creatures.
So I'm doing it a slightly different way, and I'm just deciding what cards I'll play, and then I'll cut them later if I have 2 ready.
Yeah, that sounds good as well. There are lots of different tactics, but the main thing is we're having fun.
So I think I'm in some kind of vehicles deck. So I've picked all the vehicles and all the vehicle payoffs from the 3 colours that I'm in. Obviously the removal as well, we love removal.
Right, so now I'm going to count out what my red-white looks like. So I have 23 playables in there, but I definitely want the splash for the Dune Drifter, because the Dune Drifter looks so good. One thing that I wish I had a bit more of was a bit more removal, so I'm considering going for the the spin out, but double black's going to be hard in my deck.
So I decided not to run the spin out. I had one as well, but double black it's too risky. You could draw it, and then it's just a blank card basically.
All right, I've got some bad news, Wally. It looks like we're going to be starting this game with a little bit less life than we'd like to.
At least we both are, though.
Yeah.
So it's fair at this stage.
Okay.
So 4, 3, 2, 1. That's us on 18 life.
That's us on 18 life. Brilliant. Right. So I'm nearly there, though. I think with my build, I think I'm starting to get to a point where
it's got to be 40 cards, and it's got to be sleeved up, so you're not allowed to go over.
So limited decks are 40 cards minimum,
40 cards,
but you can run more. Okay, so I'm on 27 cards, so I need to cut like at least 3.
I'm
maybe
on 29, so I need to cut quite a few actually. I need to cut.
I'm gonna
6. Let's go for 6 cuts. And we've already gone over 6 minutes. We're on 14 life now. Sorry, 16 life now.
I'm so tense that I've had to count like so many different times.
I'm using a dice to count how many cuts I need to make.
Okay, cool. I have now got to my deck, so I'm going to have to start sleeving up some things.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down. Slow down.
What do you mean? What do you mean slow down? I'm going to grab the land station.
What, you didn't have your land sleeved up already?
Have you sleeved up your lands already?
Oh, yeah.
What? Oh, no.
It's just good limited practice. Right, we're just going to cut willy-nilly now. There we go. That's my deck.
So usually at pre-release, you'll be given a lot more time than this. You'll actually be given 50 minutes to open your cards, and
I'm going to be honest with you, I quite like this format. Like,
what the...
being tense and overwhelmed constantly.
I've just realised I had fixing, so I don't need quite so many lands. I'm frightened.
How many lands are you running?
I'm running 16 lands. Now, usually you'd run 17 lands. That's the designated amount in limited, but I couldn't decide what to cut, so I'm hoping that I'll be okay with 16.
I'm on either 16 or 17. I can't remember now. I'll have to do a little count in a minute.
But your lands are already sleeved, right?
They are.
Oh no, this is putting me at a disadvantage. I really want to finish. Yeah, so Wally's done something really clever, which is he's going to be arriving with his cards already sleeved, but don't worry, you haven't, and you don't even need to use sleeves if you don't want to anyway. We're just using it to protect the cards, and it's quite a fun additional thing. Wally, we're starting with 6 less life.
It's okay, I don't need life. Life's a resource, bro.
It is a resource.
But you've got to have it.
Yeah, we certainly do, right. I've never sleeved so quick in my life.
17 lands.
I should double sleeve, really. Hopefully Chandra can help me. Save me, Chandra.
Just got 3 more cards to sleeve.
Oh,
and
no.
I get there before 9 minutes.
Oh no. Oh no, you're gonna do it before me. Are you done?
Done.
Oh no. Oh.
So I'm playing first, and you're going to lose a bit more life than me.
No.
So I was done before 9 minutes. That means I lose 5, 6, 7, 8. I lose 8 life. I'll start on 12.
I thought 6. And I'll lose 8.
Well, let's see if you finish. Yeah, this is probably not best practice.
Right, and now I'm done as well. Right, well, so we can stop
the clock.
So, because we're in over 5 minutes, that's 2. 6 would be 4.
Yep.
7 would be 6. Yep. 8 would be...
Which is me.
8.
Yep.
So I lose 10 life.
So you're starting on 10 and I'm starting on 12.
Right, well, this is scary, and I'm going second. We're going to shuffle up, and we'll be right back when we're ready to play. And just like magic, we're back, and we are ready to play.
Are you sure you're ready?
No, that 10 life is looking really scary, but we did agree that we would have a bit of a twist this time, so yeah.
I quite like this twist. Anyway, I'm going to cut your deck. I'm going to take this 1 card.
No. My Chandra.
That's your bomb to the
bottom.
bottom.
Yeah, cool. And yeah, we'll do a cut. There you go. So that is over to you as well.
Bomb to the top, I presume.
Yeah.
So there we go.
So we'll draw our 7s and we'll resolve our mulligans. So you start with 7, and hopefully these 7 are completely playable. So you won the. Well, I say the die roll. You're going first.
Yeah.
So would you like to keep your hand or not?
I am going to choose to mulligan.
Are you? Okay. I think I can keep mine. Hopefully, maybe. Yeah, I'm going to keep mine.
Okay, I love that for you.
I'll love that for you. There you go. I'll give you the classic.
That'll just be the land that I need.
Yeah, the land you needed.
So because I've taken a mulligan. I do still draw 7, but I will need to put 1 to the bottom of my deck.
Yes, that's correct. Wait, so there's a chance for me even on that lower life?
Yeah, we can keep this. I'm just deciding what to put to the bottom. This is the sensible choice.
Sure, and because you go first, you don't get to draw, but I will.
Don't, so you have a bit of card advantage. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
May the
Start your engines.
May the best racer win. So I'm going to start with the planes, which I will tap to play a Brightfield Glider. This is a 1/1 with Vigilance. Whenever it attacks while saddled, it gets +1/+2 and flying until end of turn, and it's saddle 3.
Okay, starting with a 1-drop's pretty scary. I'm going to draw. I will play a Mountain, and unfortunately, I don't have a spell I can play, so I'm just going to have to pass the turn.
Sure, so I will untap and draw. Interesting. I'm going to play Forest this time.
Oh, okay.
And we'll go to combat. I'll hit. Oh, it's got Vigilance, so I'll just hit you for 1.
Oh, that life total's going down.
10% of your life total, boom, gone. Right, we're going to tap for a green to play Malt Tender. It's a 1/1. I can tap it to mill a card, or I can tap it to exile a card from my graveyard and add 1 mana of any colour.
Sure.
And that's your go.
Right, I will draw a card. Okay, I am going to play a Plains, and I'm going to tap 2 for a Leonin Surveyor. Now, this is a 2/2, but it has Start Your Engine. So I'm going to start my engines.
There you go, have
So
a dice.
I will go to 1 on here. Now, I'm going to pass the turn here, but hopefully my 2/2 can hold back some of this incoming attacks that are coming my way.
Don't have great attacks on you now, but we'll see what I draw. I'll untap and draw. Okay, that is sad, really. I guess what I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to mill a card to hopefully be able to add a mana next turn. So that's Lagarin, Soul of Alakria, into the graveyard.
I'm glad to see a flyer go into the graveyard, because that would be scary.
I'd rather maybe have had that. Anyway, over to you.
Right, I'll untap and draw. So during my turn, this creature has First Strike, which is pretty good.
Against my 1/1.
Yeah, I'm going to play a Plains. Oh, I think I'm going to try and level the score, so I'm going to swing at you for 2.
I will take 2, down to 10.
Which means that my engines are getting started. And so I get to increase my speed by 1. Yeah, and then I'm going to tap for 3, and I'm going to play a Daring Mechanic, which is a 3/3, and I can pay 3 and a white, and I can put a +1/+1 counter on target mount or vehicle. He's so daring, he had a mustache, so I had to play him.
Amazing.
I will pass the turn.
Cool, so I'll untap and draw. There's the land I needed. I'll play that Plains.
So you were right to mill the card.
I was right to mill it. Yeah, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to activate Malt Tender's other ability to exile that card from my graveyard, and I'll add, I don't know, white mana, it doesn't matter what.
Sure.
And I'll tap 3 more to play Brightfield Mustang. So it's a mount. Whenever it attacks while saddled, I untap it and put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it is saddle 1.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that's pretty good, and I'll ship the turn.
Right, untap, upkeep, and draw. Right. I think I'm going to have to play the Cloud Spire Coordinator.
Okay.
When this creature enters, scry 2.
That's good, that, in red-white as well.
Right, so this is my scrying
Get your scry on.
that I get to do. I guess I will put this to the bottom, and I'll leave this on top. Now, I'm just looking at what you've got here. Whenever this creature attacks while saddled, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So that's pretty good, really.
I've got pseudo vigilance as well.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. So I guess at this point, what I'm looking to do is I'm probably just going to swing at you for 3. My total's looking could be going down to 7 here.
I think I'm happy to take the 3 for now. I probably won't take it again next turn, but we'll see what I draw.
Sure, and then I will pass the turn.
Cool, I'm going to untap and draw. I'll play that Forest. So I could saddle my Brightfield Glider and get in for some damage on you. I think at this stage I just want to keep the blockers up. So we'll tap for 3.
I've got him scared. He's scared. My engines are so started.
Wait till you see what I'm about to play. I'm going to play Rover Blades, which is an equipment vehicle.
That's an interesting...
So it's a 2/2 with double strike. Equipped creature has double strike with equip 4, but it also has crew 2. So it's not currently a creature, but I could make it a creature.
That sounds pretty good.
At some point. And I will pass the turn to you.
Right, I'll untap. And oh, sorry. Did I hit you again?
Yes, you should be on 3.
I should be on 3. Okay, cool. I'll draw. I'll play and mount it as my land for 2.
I'll let you have that takesy.
Yeah, let me have the takesy back. We're learning the new mechanics, aren't we? My engines are getting started.
Started, that's a real word, definitely.
Yes, this is a real word that I've definitely not just made up. So, this what happens here, it has a crew 2.
That's right, yeah.
And it would be a double striker.
Yes.
Okay, so that would block my daring mechanic, but it would trade. This also has first strike, so that might be worth trading as well.
Also trade as well, yeah.
Yeah, so
none of it's great.
I think we need to pile on the pressure here. So let's swing with the daring mechanic. Just the daring mechanic. Just the daring mechanic.
Okay. I'm going to block with the Malt Tender.
Yep.
Then before damage, I will tap it to mill a card.
You got it.
And it's a forest. So this will just die.
Sure. Okay, I'm then going to tap for 1 to play a Dynamite Diver, which is a Goblin pilot, and it saddles, mounts, and crews vehicles though its power were 2 greater. When it dies, it deals 1 damage to any target, which seems pretty good here. Then I'm going to tap 2 for a Tyrox Saurid Tyrant, which is a 4/1 vanilla legendary creature, which is pretty cool.
Okay, this is pretty scary now.
Yeah, I'm playing lots of creatures, so we'll see if we can get there. I mean, I am scared of your double striker and your attackers and stuff, but and with that, I will pass the turn to you, Wally.
Okay. Right, we're going to untap and draw. A land is definitely useful here. There you go, play that forest. I think I need to try and survive another turn, and maybe, just maybe, I can find an out. But we'll tap for 5.
Oh, it's a big spell.
Let's play a big body, which is the Alacrian Jaguar. So it's a 4/4 with Vigilance. When it attacks while saddled, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn, saddle 1. So with a bit of double strike, that could be interesting.
That is scary.
But I need to not take 7 damage off you next turn, which I think, well, you've definitely got, so I'll have to block. It's your go.
Right, we'll untap and draw. Okay, so this is a really good draw off the top, because I'm going to play my Bleachbone Verge as my land for turn.
Nice.
So now I have access to black, which is the colour I splashed. So sometimes you do 2 colours. So I'm like in an aggressive vehicles deck, but my Bleachbone Verge allows me to tap for black here, which I did run some additional things for.
So I also splashed black, but I've not seen any black sources or any black cards.
I wonder if I can go in for the kill here. I'm going to tap for a black.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Hellish Sideswipe. Now, as an additional cost to cast this, I must sacrifice a creature. So I'm going to sacrifice my Dynamite Diver, which, when it dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. I'm going to choose to deal 1 damage to the Glider. Yeah, that died. And then I'm going to destroy target creature or vehicle. And I'm going to choose to kill your Jaguar.
Okay, in response, I will tap it to crew the Rover Blades.
You've got it.
And Jaguar will die.
Okay.
Interesting how it's crewed and the pilot's just dead at the wheel. Like,
yeah.
You wouldn't pass your driving test like that.
Now, Mr. Wally, I'm going to tap 2. And I'm going to cast a Prow Catcher Specialist. Now, this is a 2/1 with haste.
Okay, well that's pretty bad.
And I'm going to hope that you've not got something here. And I am going to...
tapped out, mate.
My engines are revved up, and I'm going to swing all my creatures at you.
Well, the fact that you swung out makes me think that you've got it, but let's just have a quick look at it. So if I block your chunkiest things, which is this and this, that's 2, 4... 4 plus 3 is 7, right? And I've got 7 life.
And you've got 7 life.
Well, I guess I die.
And I win the Girapur Grand Prix. Yes, good game. We got there. Oh, turns out aggro is aggro, and it's very.
So I had removal in hand, but broken wings ain't great if you haven't got any flyers or
artifacts. No, that's very true. Well, that was good fun. Anyway, this set looks really cool.
Yeah, and the format is so fast as well. I mean, obviously we started on less life, but you just absolutely spilt your hand out and started destroying me. I mean, that wasn't draw.
So yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play my Chandra, though. I really want to play Chandra, but
I don't think you needed it.
We'll have to play some more games, Wally, and see how it goes. But yeah, this set looks super fun, and I would. Why not? So make sure you head down to your pre-release. We'll be right back with the post-game wrap. Don't go anywhere. Bye for now. Yes!
You just spilt your hand out, didn't you? Drew a load of... I mean, I just couldn't really get going. And I think missing that land drop early on, that hurt me. Because not only did obviously it slow me down by a turn, but I had to mill in order to generate the mana. One of my, good cards, one of my signposts from commons. So, I mean, congratulations, well done. I mean, 2 life difference isn't great in the end, but feels like maybe I should have gone on the attack a bit more.
Do you know what? I think this is a lot of talk from someone who went first, started on more life, and all the rest of it. I think it's time for me to be on that podium and you to shake up the champagne.
Well, I do think, though, had you won, you'd have been saying, oh, you went first, you had more life, all this, all X, Y, Z, left, right, and the other.
Excuses would have been coming pretty quick, yeah.
Thick and fast. They would have started during the game. Well done.
Yeah, so I'm the winner of this Girapur Grand Prix, but what we really want to know is who's the winner of your Girapur Grand Prix?
Well, you will be the winner if you just go to a pre-release. As I said before, it is such a great event. Like, we had so much fun with those packs, and why not do it with loads more people and play loads more games? It'll be best of 3 as well, so maybe I would have had a chance to redeem myself.
Yeah, and one of the best things is that when I was actually starting to get into Magic, actually attending a pre-release was how we met some of our good friends from Magic.
You see on the show.
Yeah, exactly. So let us know how you get on in your pre-release. We'll leave links in the description to how to find one, where it's happening, your local one. And yeah, you get a kit, 6 packs, build the deck, and then your engines, they're off.
Yeah, so have fun and race safely.
Yes, safety first, like I always say. We'll catch you next time on Chad Magic. Bye for now.
Bye for now.